Welcome to another exciting episode of Musa and Show. Here is what we have today.
Ngeviki eliphelile sikhulume ngendaba illegal immigration lapho uMinister weHome Affairs uLeon bekakhuluma ngama-drone abazwa introduce kanye nama-body camera uku-assist ukuze abantu bengangeni ngokungekho semthethweni la kulezwe lakithi lase-South Africa. So kuleyo zinto lezo njengoba zisathulwa ngeviki eliphelile, abanye bebetshethi mhlambe kusayinto azothatha isikhathi, abanye ke bangixekile ke bangicriticize abathi hayi ngincoma umlungu ngemncoma mahala lento yakhulunywa uMinister of Health manje wayephethe Home Affairs uDr Aaron Motsoaledi, konke lokho abakushilo. Kodwa ke engikubone namhlanje kodwa kwenzeka izolo ukuthi already lama drones awaqalile ukusebenza, already ama drone nama body camera aseqalile ukwenza umsebenzi wawo. So noma siyathanda noma akasithandi kodwa ke umlungu ufike wenza okungcono kuloko. Kufanele simncome ngoba umlungu simncoma ngoba enza umsebenzi obonakalayo. Uthe uzokwenza into yenzeka, akafananga nalaba abasethembisa. uDr Aaron Motsoaledi nje wathembisa ukwakha izibhedlela eziningi kabi nama clinic. Angifuni ukubuyela kulo ndaba. Akayicaphune ivideo ezokhuluma ngendaba yeHome Affairs. Ngisizoke sibheke nendaba yeVET ngoba uMinister izolo ubhale affidavit eyibhalele court njengoba iDA kanye neEFF bafaka icase ama-cases okuchallenge indaba yokukhuphuka kweVET.
Yeah, you see, Mweli, indeed, the issue of illegal migration becomes one of our fundamental problems. And that is why, for example, just yesterday we've been able to intercept 53. But if you count for the past 3 days when we started with the operation, we have generally been able to intercept 89 individuals trying to exit or even to enter the country illegally. All of those, we brought them to the port, we processed them for deportation. But more importantly, and that is where your question comes in, we've been able to intercept 7 individuals. And these are what we call facilitators. And those ones, as we always say, we don't deport them. We took them to Komati Port Police Station and we got them arrested, and they are actually going to be processed inside for aiding and abetting according to Section 49 of the Immigration Act. But more importantly, we have started doing something very much different yesterday, and we are going to amplify it. And we want to call upon all those people that are taxi drivers, for example, that they must avoid picking up individuals who do not have documents and drive them into the country. So what we have started doing yesterday, because the drones were showing us people coming down the mountain, going into taxis, and these particular taxis literally wait for these people and they are able to take them and take them through to the country. So what we have done is, through the assistance of the drone, we've been able to identify those taxis, and we actually made sure that the border guards intercept those taxis, and we arrested those taxi drivers. And we had to also take those taxis. As we speak now, those particular taxi drivers are in Komati Port Police Station. That is what we are actually going to start amplifying. Because if we keep on just running around, arresting people, deporting, arresting people, deporting, that is not actually giving us any progress. That is why we target the facilitators, and now we are moving into now the conveyancers, which in these instances are the taxi drivers.
Njengobuzwa kuba bechazela ukuthi so far sekuboshwa abantu abawu-89 izosuku njela izolo babamba abantu abawu-53 abebezama ukungena, abanye bezama ukuphuma kule country. Enye into futhi abayenzile bese kuboshwe ngisho taxi driver ngoba ama-drone ayabakhombisa abantu benqamula ke lapho ke emahlathini, bafike batholane ne-taxi phambili. Usho ukuthi kukhona indawo la behla khona bekwazi ukuyonqamula ngesikhathi taxi driver nalabantu asuke benama passport beyodlula bona kwi-border ku-immigration office, laba babe bayanqamula ngale. Uma i-taxi sidlulile ifikime ibalinde labantu ukuze mase bekwazile ukuputsha lapha abaputsha khona bangene etaxini bahambe. Ama-drone ke lawa akwazile ukubabona labantu benqamula ehlathini, bayabavezela futhi itaxi ibamele. Ngakho ke base beyaboshwa ke no taxi driver, njengoba eshuthi labo taxi driver ngoba bayingxenye phela yobugebengu, bayingxenye babambisana nalabantu abaqala ngokungemthetho, baboshiwe ke nabo base Komati Port Police Station, bathathe ngisho kwalawo mathekisi lawo. Zindaba ezinhle kakhulu ezincomekayo ezenziwa eDepartment of Home Affairs ukuzama ukulwa nalento ama-illegal immigration.
If we are to look at the historical experience, as it were,
And I think one of the issues that we can fairly agree on that particular basis has been the fact that we did not have, this technology that we currently have. So what we basically do now, Clement, we deploy these drones along the vulnerable segments. The people I'm talking about that we have intercepted, which is around 74, these were the people that had been trying to leave the country illegally. And of course, some of them wanted to come through into the country illegally. We then arrested them and we had to process them. So when it comes to that particular aspect, that is exactly what used to happen previously, because we could not be able to have the eyes on the vulnerable segments, all of them. But now we actually deploy the border guards in a targeted manner through which we are then able to engage and be able to intercept them. Because by the way, the technology we have on the body cams versus the actual drones, they are able to communicate and therefore even give geolocation to demonstrate where the individuals are, and we're able to send the border guards directly to those particular areas. So we can actually say, Clement, that as we continue to do this work, we can be assessed at a later stage in terms of the ability to be able to intercept those and be able to demonstrate that things are now done differently.
Njengoba ke sisathola ireport manje kuseyinsuku zokuqala lapho khona kusetshenziswa ama-drones kanye nama-body camera ukuze kwazi ukuthi kunqanda ukuthi abantu bangangeni ngokungekho emthethweni futhi bangaphumi ngokungekho emthethweni kuma-border wethu. Njengoba echaza nje ubaba ukuthi lo ama-drone bawathumela kule ndawo lezi ezi-vulnerable. Lezi abantu abadlula kuzo angazi noma lokhu ucingo noma kwenzakalani, angazi ngoba ngaze ngaputsha. So labantu labo zithunyelwa khona uma ngabe kuyiqiniso ukuthi khona bawela ngangwenya sho ukuthi kuthunyelwa kuleyo mfula leyo. Mangabe ithunyelwa khona le drone ifika ibheke, bathi ke i-body camera nale drone ziyakwazi ukucommunicate futhi ziyakwazi ukukhipha ilocation ukuthi umuntu kuphi, athi mayephuma amaphoyisa noma amasosha aye ngqo la umuntu asuke khona. Uminister uchazile ukuthi noma ungacasha ngesihlahla izokuthola i-drone, i-detector noma kuthiwa into encane kangakanani. Futhi ke le operation abanayo nale technology abanayo ayisebenze emini kuphela, nasebusuku akukho ke isikhathi la ungathi khona hayi uzokwazi ukweqa ngaso, ngoba nasebusuku azokwazi ukudetect umuntu abanjwe. So usho njalo njengoba bekhuluma, siyancoma kakhulu njengoba esabala nje amanye ama-numbers wabantu asebanjiwe 70 something, angazi umthe 76 noma 73. Kodwa lokhu nje esikuzwayo kukhombisa ukuthi kune-progress kakhulu. Sizobona kuhamba kwesikhathi, mhlampe njengoba esho naye ukuthi uma kuyophela unyaka noma emva kwesikhathi sekuyobe sek-assesswa-ke kubonakala ukuthi kusetshenzwa kanjani, kunga-improve kuphi, ngoba iyaqala ukusetshenziswa manje. Sesibuyela-ke odabeni le-VAT. Siyakhumbula ukuthi ngomhla ka-12 kuMarch 2025 uMinister of Finance wafaka iproposal yokuthi i-VAT ufisa ikhuphuke ngo-0.5% this year bese iphinde ikhuphuka ngo-0.5% next year, okusho ukuthi kulo nyaka izoba u-15.5, then ngonyaka ozayo ibe u-16% i-value-added tax. Kwaba khona iy'nkulumo ey'ningi-ke ey'velayo, ama-political parties uma ephuma eParliament ayephikisana nakho konke lokhu. Ngiyakhumbula nje uMmusi Maimane ungomunye wabantu ababephikisana nokukhuphuka kwe-VAT ngoba phela okokuqala kwe-2% kwase sekuphumile. Kodwa kuthe makufika isikhathi sangomhla ka-1 April la bese sekuyiwa kuma-portfolio committee, i-ANC yakwazi ukukhuluma ne-Action SA. Action SA yathi cha, ayinga-amendwa i-fiscal framework. Esike sachaza kule channel, safaka namavideo, ngeke sisabuyele emuva la sasichaza khona ukuthi isebenza kanjani i-committee leyayihleli le kuthiwa inamandla okuguqula ukuthi amende noma iyemukele njengoba injalo. Kodwa ngesikhathi kuvotwa kufika lapha bazama ukukhuluma, ngoba ngiyakhumbula ukuthi uBrian Molefe kanye noSinawo Thambo bambuzisisa lo baba lo umlungu lo welo ngikhohle igama lakhe we-Action SA ukuthi hayibo uyaqonda na ukuthi njengoba sikule committee, le committee yona enamandla okuguqula amendwe i-budget. Wathi yena uyaqonda lokho, bayamukela njengoba injalo, usho ukuthi bayamukela ine-VAT kodwa bazofaka ama-recommendations okuyiwona abavumelene ngawo ne-ANC ekuthenini iVAT ngeke ikhuphuka. Ngeke samcaphuna umncango, samcaphuna simuzwe ekhuluma isayidi lakhe.
South Africans cannot afford to bleed any more money. They don't have it. Iphelile. If we take the experience seriously, then we must use the next 30 days to find alternatives to VAT and personal income tax increases. We will certainly make detailed submissions in the respect so that we can finalize this budget. Therefore, we will vote for the adoption of this report.
Usongezo Zibi lo we-Rise Mzansi ngenkathi evotela le fiscal framework wathi abantu base South Africa banamali, kodwa uyayivotela ngoba enethemba lokuthi njengoba iANC yayibathembisile ukuthi in 30 days bazobe sebehlale phansi babonisana. Asithathe uMmusi Maimane siza ukuthi yena wathini mzukwane eyivotela.
Deputy Speaker Bagaetsho Dumelang, I think it's common cause. Today we're not being asked to make an easy decision. We're being asked to make a responsible and a decision that serves the people of this country, not court processes, not political processes, but the people's processes. And therefore, fellow South Africans, it's not a choice between good or bad. It's a choice between worse or much worse. Delaying today will have the economic impact that we are beginning to see. Therefore, as BOSA, I come here today to say we are here to ensure the passing of this fiscal framework so that we can deal with the issues that sit within this budget.
Njengoba umuzwa uMmusi Maimane weBOSA esho ukuthi njengoba bela lento abazoyenza bayenzela abantu base South Africa, ngaleso sizathu bayayivotela ifiscal framework ukuthi ayiphase. Okusho ukuthi babevotela ukuthi ayikhuphuke iVAT ngoba konke lokho bakwenzela abantu base South Africa. Kodwa ke phela babe nethemba ngoba iANC yayibathembisile ukuthi izohlala nabo phansi bazama ukuza namanye ama-solution ukuze iVAT ingakhuphuki. Noma sebetsheliwe ukuthi hayibo i-committee enamandla okuguqula lokho ileya behluleka ke ngoba inkinga izinto la zenziwa ngamavote. Kuleya committee kunabantu abawu-11, ANC nabantu abawu-4, Action SA na-1, IFP na-1, already ayisina-6 i-ANC. So noma kuthiwa babezama kanjani uBrian Molefe babengeke baphase. Kodwa kuminister ngamaphepha kawafaka enkantolo aqinisekisile ukuthi iVAT izokhuphuka ngomhla ka-1. Amaphepha kawafaka enkantolo aqinisekisile ukuthi iVAT ngomhla ka-1 May izokhuphuka. Nansi video yakhe ngemcaphuna phambi basifunda statement.
The second set of point of issues is that both Section 12 of the PFMA and Section 7, subsection 4 of the VAT Act do not give me an automatic power to change it. Parliament has the power to change it once we make the necessary proposals, and we will therefore, if Parliament decides the way, assist in the formulation of a proposal to change it.
Minister la ukubeka ngokucacile ukuthi yena uletha nje proposal kuphela akanawo amandla okuguqula isinqumo. Kodwa abantu abanamandla okuguqula isinqumo esuke sikhona kwiproposal yakhe iParliament, leya committee engakwenzanga lokho. ICommittee kwakufuneke iamende uma ngabe engayifuni iVAT. Uma ngabe yayifuna kwakufuneka iyeke njengoba beyiyekile bese iye eParliament ivotelwe. Okusho ukuthi njengoba eParliament kuvotiwe yavunywa ukuthi cha siyayivuma ukuthi ayikhuphuke iVAT, siyayemukela iproposal yakhe njengoba injalo neVAT. Ama-recommendation nje akhona. Uminister kusemseni wakhe ukuthi awabheka noma akawabheki, kodwa futhi akanamandla njengoba esho yena yokuguqula. Ngaleso sizathu ke yiyo lento yenza ukuthi iVAT ikhuphuke ngomhla ka-1. Asifundi statement sakhe, asizukusifunda sonke. Bengisafisa ukucaphuna amanye amavideo kodwa ngibuka isikhathi sesambe kakhulu. Sofunda nje statement sika minister. Sibone ukuthi angeke sicaphune noma ivideo eyodwa na. Nansi affidavit ebhalwe uminister. Ibhala ukuthi ku number 80 okwesithathu kwi-paragraph 99 na ku-100 kwi-affidavit i-EFF imsola ukuthi yena isinqumo sakhe sasi irrational and sasingahambelani neconstitution ngoba wa-acta ngokukhohlisa nokungenza iqiniso. Uthi ke isisekelo salezi insolo ukuthi bathi wapha umphakathi i-impression ukuthi i-VAT ukukhuphuka kwe-VAT kusengaguquka noma yena azi ukuthi leyo nto leyo ngeke ize yenzeke. So le nto esubmithwe i-EFF ayina support. Ku-80.1 uthi ngenhlonipho lezi insolo azinasisekelo futhi azina support, abukho ubufakazi obungavezwa ukuthi nazi into azisho ukuthi yena angakwazi ukuguqula isinqumo lesayisimemezele. Futhi yena akukho la amislead khona umphakathi. Yena kulokho akwaziyo ukuthi kusuka ngosuka announce ngalo iNational Treasury neSARS babelokhu begcizelelile ukuthi iVAT izokhuphuka ngomhla ka1 isuke ku15% iye ku15.5%. Namanje usamile kulokho. uClement ke kwiFirst Nation izolo umbuzile uMmusi Maimane, hayibo Musi nangu minister manje kuaffidavit eqinisekisa ukuthi iVAT izokhuphuka. Yena akaze athi uzothi mase sekazibhekile ama submissions wenu lawo bese mhlawumbe siguqula isinqumo. Cha, yena usamile ekuthenini ngomhla ka1 iVAT iyakhuphuka. Kuthini ukuphawula kwakho? Uphendule kanjena ke uMmusi Maimane.
The first starting point is that, and naturally, and I respect the ANC's processes in this, is that you cannot negotiate with the Minister of Finance in this regard. I have to negotiate with the party political process, because at the end of the day, if the Minister of Finance believes himself or that office or treasury to be an independent island, independent of parliamentary processes, well, the consequences could be severe, because here's the dilemma that they will face. Any bill, there are multiple bills here that need to be tabled, of which one of them is the Division of Revenue Bill. The second is the Appropriation Bill, which still have to be voted on. And therefore, if then you undermine that entire political process, well, you'll have to also demonstrate where you are garnered the necessary votes to get all those pieces of legislation. The third piece of legislation is the Taxation Amendment Law Bill, which is still coming to before Parliament. So if the minister wants to act against the political process, he must be conscious that at the end of the day, it is Parliament and the National Council of Provinces, given that these are money bills, that eventually have to pass these pieces of legislation so that the president can sign them into law. So you can act in one way and say, well, you have stuck to your guns, you'll act in this manner. But the harsh reality of it, and that's the promise we have made to the people of South Africa, is that if the minister feels he wants to act against that authority of Parliament, then he'll end up with bills that cannot be passed legislatively, which will create a different crisis. And the last point I want to make is that this is not only the end point of this issue, because part of the reason why we're facing the dilemma of a VAT hike is because we've got a growth problem. So half of these issues require an amendment in how we manage our economy so that it can grow, that it alleviates the need for many of these. And I think that if you are to stumble at this earlier point, you are going to struggle with many other adjustments that are required, so that we don't in the long run believe that the only way to raise revenue is through taxation of people, because ultimately you are going to harm not only the economy, but harm fiscal sustainability.
Awumayimanela uthi minister ecabanga ukuthi yena ngokwakhe uzozenzela nje engasasigcini sethembiso neyivumelana abavumelana ngazo. Funekazi ukuthi leso sinqoma sithathile uzokwazi ukusimela. Siyazi ukuthi njengoba Division of Revenue Bill isazovotwa, manje uzobe yathatha pha amavote. Uma nje yena ethi uzo-acta indlela afuna uku-acta ngayo, ame ekuthenini akasazigcini izethembiso, bozobona phela ukuthi uzovotela ubani. Ne-Action SA yasho kanje, yathi hayi, uminister uma bangenzeka benza ubukurukuru la be-ANC bangasigcini isethembiso, kulungile, bayoba basigcinanga. Kodwa siyobona phela ngoba kusazovotwa, njengoba besho nje kusazovotwa, kuphinde kuvotwe. Kuzovotwa uvota kokugcina kuzobe kungoJune, la ibudget yobe isiphelele yonke. Njengoba besho ke bethi hayi, uma uminister ecabanga ukuthi yena angakwazi ukuzimela nje bese siqhingini engasazigcina ivumelwano abavumelane ngazo njengoba manje sekuba sengathi into yabo ukuthi kwakuthiwe kuzoba nama-amendment usazowabheka njengoba manje sekungathi into yabo yena uminister engazangasho yena athe nje i-VAT izokhuphwa ngomhla ka-1 bazobona ngoba ekugcineni kosuku bazoba ne-bill nebudget engasayiniwe engakwazi ukuthi iphasiswe ngoba izobe idinga amavoti. Ngakho-ke uminister noma yini ayenzayo akukhumbule lokho. Yabona manje sekuzongena thina abantu base-South Africa enkingeni ebekuthiwa kulanyulelwa thina kuthathwe zonke lezi nqumo ngoba kuthiwa kwenzelwa abantu base-South Africa. Manje asizukuba na-budget phela ngoba bazobe laba bekhalela ukuthi ayigcinwanga izethenjiso ithembiso zabo. Asiqhubeke simcaphune kokugcina.
See now that the approach is that there's going to be a holding hostage of the Division of Revenue Bill and the Appropriations Bill if the principal spirit that they agreed upon is betrayed. This could have been avoided, and we could have done this while we had the opportunity, according to the Money Bills Act, to amend the fiscal framework and revenue proposals and give the minister the 48 hours that is permissible by that act to review the amendments that we propose rather than the non-binding recommendations that were sent through and voted on in the National Assembly. So hopefully, if the courts rule in our favor on the 22nd of April or whatever date they deem to do so, if it is before the 1st of May, we'll be able as political parties to sit down and have a meaningful conversation as to how we interact with the Minister of Finance and the African National Congress, which I think should not be separated. They are one and the same. And I think there's a duplicitous interaction happening with political parties. When we met the ANC last Friday, we made it very clear to the public and to them as well that we're under no illusion that there's a possibility of reversing the VAT hike within these 30 days. We presented our proposals, the same ones which we did in the Standing Committee of Finance, the same ones which we sent to the Minister of Finance via email correspondence as well, because we thought they didn't reflect in the report that was finally adopted in the National Assembly. But we're not under any illusion that this is reversible. And I think that we must all come to that appreciation. But wishful thinking can remain that. And we hope that, look, it's in our interest as the EFF as well that the VAT hike is reversed if it's possible. So we don't wish to be right in this instance. It's just that we said we are.
Njengoba esho kusinawo manje ukuthi into esibhlungu ke manje ukuthi uma ANC ngasazigcinanga izethembiso zabo i-Appropriation Act ne Division of Revenue Bill azizukusayina ngoba izukuba nawo ama-parties ezovota nawo ngoba ingoba ingazigcinanga izethembiso zawo njengoba eshilo uMmusi Maimane. So leyo nto leyo ayisabasiza abantu ba-South Africa kodwa uthi ithemba banalo nesifisa abasasifisa manje ukuthi sengathi inkantolo ngomhla ka-22 ngoLwesibili ngomhla ka-22 uma ihlala izokwazi ukuthi irule in their favor ithi cha ngoba awulandelwanga umthetho ofuneka wenziwe kwi-portfolio committee le money bill angazi ukuthi ibizwa ngani le committee yabo lapho ngoba lapho kwakufuneka khona ku-amendwe khona i-fiscal framework bese kunikeza uminister ama-recommendations wonke anikwe yena uminister 48 hours ukuthi within 48 hours funeka wabheke lama-recommendations ebese lapho ebona ukuthi imaphi okusebenzeka nawo bese-ke kusuka lapho-ke besibuya-ke ize ephalamende kuzovota kodwa ngoba yavunywa ngosuku lomhla ka-1 yingakho yadlulela ephalamende kodwa i-EFF ne-DA yakuveza ukuthi cha awulandelwanga umthetho waleya committee bacela ukuthi uSpeaker ayibuyisele emumva le fiscal framework kulandela umthetho uma sewuqedile ukulandela umthetho kuyobe ke seyizovotelwa kodwa wathi uSpeaker cha ukuba khona kwayo kusho ukuthi umthetho ulandeliwe ngebengeke izifike eParliament ingalandelwanga umthetho lapha yana kwi-committee noma besho ukuthi awukho umthetho othi siyayivuma inje nansi recommendation cause they are non-binding ama-recommendation kanti uma kuthiwa siyayi-amenda nanka ama-recommendation that is binding ngoba ithi uminister kathathe 48 hours okuyinsuku ezimbili azama ukuthi afunde lama-recommendations abheke ukuthi iyiphi into engasebenza ngoba izobe si-amendiwe iproposal yakhe sinethemba-ke kodwa sizozwa ngomhla ka-22 ngoba nami ngingobanye wabantu abangayifisi ukuthi i-VAT ikhuphuke ingakho ngithi sinethemba ukuthi i-case ye-DA ne-case futhi ye-EFF ngoba ama case amabili kodwa khuluma ngo-double lot ukuthi case ye-DA mhlambe izoba impumelelo necase ye-EFF izoba impumelelo kuthiwe cha ayibuyele back to i-committee. Uma ke ingasihlule kwi-committee ebesiphuma ke kwi-committee sifike eParliament bayivotele uthi bayadliwa laba bathi bafuna iVAT ingakhuphuki kuyobe kulungile ngoba iyobe ibekuzamile. Futhi nalabo babevote ne-ANC manje sebeyabona manje ukuthi hayi lana sedila nabanye abantu, it's either izinto zenzeka ngendlela yabo and bazokwenza izinto ngendlela yabo leyo kunye nje bekungamasu kodwa sazi phela isivumelwano zazithini. Ilokho ebengithi angikwethulele khona mayelana nodaba lweVAT sikhulume kakhulu ngalo futhi sisazokhuluma kakhulu ngalo ngoba emva komhla ka-22 sobe sesikhuluma ngalo siza ukuthi inkantolo ithini kuze kushaya umhla ka-1 silobu siyikhuluma le ndaba yeVAT nokusho okuvelayo ngayo solobu sikhulumile ngakho. Ngiyacela usubscribe, ucomment, ulike. Ngiyabonga kakhulu support engiyitholayo. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ukubambisana kwethu. Sizoqhubeka nokwenza lama video ngoba kukhona esikufundayo. Siyafunda lana nami ngiyafunda kini. Mina nawe sidibane kwi video elandelayo.